to the hottest movie review on the internet today, the A-List Review. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Truth. And as you can see, it's time to go back to the theater. And last weekend, we had an evil doll movie, and guess what? This weekend, we also get another evil doll movie. And, well, let's see how this one goes, shall we? Because horror comes home. My review of the 2019 horror sequel, Annabelle Comes Home, coming up now. In 1971, Ed and Lorraine Warren take the possessed doll, Annabelle, into their possession after two nurses contacted them about its violent activity in their apartment. Ed and Lorraine place the doll in their Museum of Evil Objects inside a sacred glass case. A year later, the Warrens go away for a case and leave their daughter, Judy, at home with her babysitter, Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen's friend, Daniela, finds out that the Warrens are demonologists and becomes very interested in checking out their house. Antics ensue, and Daniela ends up leaving Annabelle out of her case, unknowingly awakening the evil spirit inside the doll, which ends up wreaking havoc all over the Warrens' home. Will the girls be able to survive the night? So what did I think of Annabelle Comes Home? I thought it's a fun and enjoyable horror sequel. The Conjuring universe has certainly had its ups and downs over the years, and the Annabelle movies are no exception. I really didn't care for the first Annabelle movie, but its sequel turned out to be much better. The third movie ends up being a lighter and amusing horror entry. This may be also the most random trilogy ever, as its timeline goes all over the place, and you really don't have to see any of the other entries to understand what's going on in this one. The film does have some legitimately creepy moments as well as some good tension that could make you a little uneasy. It even has fun with the jump scares, with a few humorous ones and a few that actually were worthy of getting the audience members startled. Now, it certainly isn't without giving us some of the overdone horror movie cliches, but it does do a few creative things with them and almost embraces the cliches in a funny way. The film can feel like an evil night at the museum at some points, as a number of creatures and possessed items start coming to life and tormenting and torturing the characters, from a creepy monkey with symbols to a haunted wedding dress. The items can be pretty creative, and some even get a little backstory, and one even a subplot which could feel like it was an advertisement for future spin-offs. What makes the movie work are surprisingly its characters, as they're actually likable and easy to root for. They definitely reminded me of the characters from 70s horror flicks, and while they do some really dumb things, as the film goes on, we see why they would do those certain things. The cast stars McKenna Grace as Judy Warren, the young daughter of the Warrens who's surprised to learn that Annabelle is out of her case, Madison Eisman as Mary Ellen, Judy's babysitter who has to deal with things way above her pay grade as the haunted objects come to life, Katie Sarif as Daniela Rios, Mary Ellen's best friend who wants to see the haunted objects in the Warrens' house for herself, Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson reprising their roles as Lorraine and Ed Warren in an extended cameo, the renowned demonologists off on their latest case, and Michael Camino as Bob, the Warrens' neighbor who has a crush on Mary Ellen. Annabelle Comes Home is a fun callback to haunted house movies, and even has a couple of good thrills and chills along the way. I'm gonna give it the rating of... do it. Alright, well that's the show. I'll be back with another review very soon. But until then, don't forget to subscribe right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/Westside515. Like the show on Facebook, Facebook.com/WestTruePaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WestAlist. Until next time,
Troop out.